A very good afternoon to you. Thanks for choosing The Pulse. Let's start off your sport, and the focus for our sport is, of course, our national football team. Bafana Bafana have left for the Ivory Coast today. They'll transfer to their base in Khumalo and are set to arrive this evening. They'll begin their Afcon campaign on Tuesday against Mali in Group E. The last time that South Africa participated in the continental showpiece, they made the quarterfinals, but then they failed to qualify for the next tournament. The only South African men's team who know what it feels like to lift the continental title is the class of 1996, a class that would like not to be an exclusive club anymore. Or do they? One of those stars, Dr. Khumalo, joins us now. A very good afternoon. Thanks for coming through and chatting to us here on Newzroom Afrika. I say it's an exclusive club. Do you guys want to keep it that way? I'm sure not.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the viewers. Yeah, well, I guess for now we can say we would like to leave it the way it is.
You'd like to keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
Percy Tower says that that there's a lot of pressure on them because everybody has been asking since 1996 when the South African team are going to be lifting the trophy again.
It's an unfortunate situation because the current crop, actually, they're feeling the pressure. Like you allude to the fact that Percy, he says they're feeling the pressure. It's been years, you know, because we're not that country that likes to lose or accept loss on all that. But I just hope and wish that what Banyana did, they will be able to do it. So it's up to the current crop to bring the smile to the South Africans like Banyana did when they brought in the trophy back home. And they qualified again to the World Cup. So this is their chance to redeem themselves, to say, we'll bring it home.
The team has had a run of some good results. I know that yesterday's goalless draw, even though it was behind closed doors, didn't inspire too much confidence heading to the Africa Cup of Nations. But do you think that South Africans are maybe a little bit harsh? We've been often hearing a lot of the former players, current players, coach saying South Africans actually need to start getting behind this team.
I think it's time for us to support Bafana Bafana. We can't cry over spilled milk because we can't turn back the clock. They've left the country today to go represent us. Now it's up to us, you know, to rally like we did with Mapogo and the netball girls. So I think, you know, as much as I would love, you know, the boys to qualify for the finals and probably to give us that cherry on top to bring the trophy at home. Yes, they are under pressure. And what happened against Lesotho, it was just a dress rehearsal. It's not something that we should take it seriously because the coach is just giving different players an opportunity for them to play and also to get a feel in terms of if I use plan A, will it work against Mali? If I use plan B, because they can't go to the to the Afcon in Ivory Coast without any friendly game. Tunisia has already played 2 of the friendly games, and they won both. And Bafana only played Lesotho. But I would like to give credit to the coach and his technical team and the players because they qualified and they won most of the games. And under that pressure, you know, because also we need to take into consideration that it's not that easy traveling to play in Africa. In some countries, the treatment it's not as perfect as we think it is. You know, they might say to you guys, you land at OR Tambo only to find that you're going to play in Bloemfontein. And they do that because they just want to work on your mentality. So these are the type of things that people don't understand, don't know about it. And sometimes the food that you are eating, it's not a conducive one at all. The place that you're sleeping in, it's not a conducive one. So it's just a mind game. I hope and wish that the boys are very strong in terms of absorbing the pressure in all angles.
Yeah. Sharing that story of what it's like to actually be a player, to even just qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations, I'm sure is something that you're going to be doing when you go on activations as being a 10-bet ambassador, one of the sponsors of the national team. Can you just tell us a little bit more about what you're going to be doing for the Africa Cup of Nations and how you're going to be rallying South Africans around this team?
Okay. Firstly, thanks to 10Bet for the opportunity. And the least that I can say is that we just want South Africans to give Bafana Bafana love. That's all that we're asking.
With no expectations?
Look, at the end of the day, we can't just say to them, we want you guys to do this.
So what's a realistic expectation that South Africans should have?
The realistic expectation that they should have is just to give them love and be positive. Because if we're negative, we're sending a negative energy to them. So as a country, we need to, let's watch and see what's happened the first game, and then we take it from there. But because I don't want to put anybody under pressure. Hence, I'm saying, do we actually know which part of Ivory Coast where they will be playing? It's right far. It's very far to start with. But I'm happy they left today. They've got ample time to prepare themselves. So I just hope and wish that they can qualify for the knockout stages.
For the round of 16, okay, so that'll be, that for you will be an achievement for this team?
Not exactly.
Okay.
I would like to see them also probably getting into the semis.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, 96 we won it. 98, second runners-up. Next one, we went there. The other one, we didn't even qualify. We were nowhere. So this is the only team that brought hope to us because they've qualified.
How influential is the fact that we've got 10 Mamelodi Sundowns players that are part of this squad that's going? We saw them win the African Football League. They are our form team when it comes to CAF interclub competitions. Having 10 players there, all with Mamelodi Sundowns as part of their resume, having been at the last time that South Africa were at the Afcon, that surely has got to kind of put us in with a shot to make it through the round of 16.
Yeah, I guess we can't defy that and deny or be in denial in terms of... And Sundowns is the current top team in the country. They participate in the Champions League in Africa. And those players are used in terms of playing outside. And also, it takes 5 years for a team to gel. And with Hugo not having ample time with the players, he's only probably had 3 years. Now, the reason why probably is roping in those players also, it's because he understands that these are the kind of players that we need when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations, because they also have an experience playing Champions League. And don't forget that they won it when Peter was still there. And they nearly won it again with Rulani, but they won the African Football League. So who will be saying, no, you don't have to take those players? Because years back, Kaizer Chiefs had 9 players. And we were then the team. And now we can't shy away to say Sundowns is their current team that is on top.
Doctor, thank you very much for coming into the studio. Unfortunately, we've actually run out of time, but we heard your message loud and clearly. You want South Africa to get behind this team, Bafana Bafana.
Definitely. So, Mzansi, it's a plea. Let's support Bafana as much as we support other sporting codes.
Lovely stuff. Dr. Khumalo, a footballing legend in the country, Stephen, calling on South Africans to share the love with our national team.